Welcome back, lattes and cappuccinos, to Coffee Table Zero's Plays Dark Cloud.
Hello, everybody.
We have one more floor, and then we're finished.
We have liftoff.
We're almost finished with the second fifth of this game. And by this game, I mean the whole fucking tower.
We're done. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, let's get the chests. Let's not leave those. This could be a weapon. That'd be a great way to... Oh, shit, son.
This is a really good way to start it.
And they're all explosions.
Please. All right, that's
not
bad.
good.
That's
not
a bad
good.
one.
That's...
We can sell that at least.
We can find that in the Divine Beast Cave. What the fuck is that for? No!
Ooh, a Hello Witch. You saw that?
I don't think I... Oh, yeah, we've been
Witch
fighting
Elsa.
those.
Sorry.
I'm like, is that different from what
That
we've
was a
been
Hello
fighting?
Witch. It's one hell of a witch.
Huh.
Alex.
Yeah, buddy, what's up?
Alex.
That's me.
So, can we talk about a movie I saw recently?
Oh, yeah, sure. What do you want to
Talk about Alien Romulus.
Oh,
Do you think we have time to talk? Do you think it's been enough time since the movie came out?
By the time this comes out, this is the second week in September. So, yeah, it's been almost a month by this point.
Let's talk about Romulus.
We saw Romulus day one.
Whoa!
Good shot.
Oh, we did? That was day one?
That was day one.
Oh, I nulled the attack.
That's why the fucking theater was so packed.
Was it packed?
Yeah. We had people on both sides of us. What are you talking about?
I know.
People don't normally sit in the first three rows like we do. Oh my god. Speaking of sitting in the first three rows, real quick aside before we get into Alien.
Okay.
I was talking to V, and I was like, oh yeah, and I got Miguel and I tickets to go see this this thing called Dan coming up in theaters because they're doing like a movie thing for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she sends me a screenshot of the fucking theater for choosing the seats, and she's like, I can't imagine where you guys are. And we're the first two in the very front row, and there's nobody else in the theater.
We should change that. You know what I was thinking about doing for that movie, Alex?
What's
I want to lose like 50 pounds and dress up like a Colt Coon.
Miguel, that's in like 3 weeks.
Hell yeah. I'm ready to lose
Should
it all.
I get the knife? Because I can help you lose 50 pounds real quick. Only if you get me first.
Oh, no. Who are you going to cosplay as?
Momo.
Stupid.
That's funny.
Stupid. So we'll talk about Dan later.
Yeah, we'll talk about Dan later.
But Romulus.
Yeah,
So wait, she's joining us for Dan?
She might be. She did ask if it was like something she needed to know before. And I'm like, no, it's like the first 3 episodes.
And it's going to be a bitchin' show.
We should tell Alex too.
Yeah, we should. We should tell all of our friends.
See who wants to go.
God, it's going to be so good. I'm hyped for the music. I'm hyped for the visuals. The story's amazing.
I feel incredible. What a drag.
What a drag. Oh, here's 40. It looks the same.
All right. I mean, I didn't think it was really going to look different. Do you want to know what the enemies are in here?
Nah.
Well, I'm going to say them because I want to know. So.
Sorry, let me steal a page from my book. All right, so fuck what I say.
Yeah, so fuck me then, huh? The fuck is it? Training FAQ. What are we looking at? Table of content, yada, 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 ship back.
It's still the same enemy.
All right, what are we at? Floors 41 to 60. Oh, we're not there yet.
All right, so next floor
we'll be there. But the good news is everything looks like it's 25 except for the King Mimic, which is still 20, and the regular Mimic, which is 10. So if it's not a chest, we're getting 25 out of everything. So that's pretty hot. We can steal repair powder, antidote drink, anti-goo amulet.
Please.
Escape powder.
No.
Antidote drink, repair powder, premium chicken, and holy water. So we can at least steal premium chicken, so that's cool. I think that sells for a decent, doesn't it?
Premium? No.
No. Key.
Perfect. Let's get the fuck out of here.
You don't want to check for other chests?
There's like 3 more, and one of them is a map. And there's mimics here.
Okay, well, so then just run past them.
We're okay.
All right.
Let's see this new, awesome looking place.
It's not gonna look very different, buddy. The first to second chunks didn't. Why do you think this one's gonna look different?
Oh, this one's yellow now.
Yeah, I guess. But again, it still looks like a fucking corridor.
Damn.
Hello, I'm a spade. It may look different, but a spade, am I right? Haha.
Bang. Turn around so I can shoot you point blank.
What are the weapons in here? Or no, not weapons.
Well, I saw holy
Thunder Gemron.
Oh, thunder.
Thunder is the thing here.
Okay. Ooh, that we could sell. Those sell for a good amount.
The
Amulets.
is it an amulet?
It is an amulet.
All right.
Well, that's what they call it.
It's more of a talisman, but yeah. Alien Romulus. Directed by Fed Alvarez.
Not Ridley Scott.
Not Ridley Scott. He was executive producer. But again, that's just because
He's
Ridley Scott's still alive.
Barely.
Yeah, Ridley Scott's really old. He was old when the first Alien came out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Let's see here. Let's see if we go Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott was he is 86 years old. He was born in 1937 in South Shields, the United Kingdom. Are we going to talk full spoilers on Romulus? Or just casual spoilers, just talking about things in the movie?
Let's be casual about it, I guess.
Since the movie's out. If you've wanted to see it, it's been out. So we can be casual about it.
If you wanted to see it, it's streaming right now, probably.
Probably. I will say up front, this is a movie that I would like to go see again. But again, that's just because it's part of the Alien movies. Like, I do that for all of them. But I did enjoy this movie. I enjoyed this movie more than Prometheus and Covenant, which for recent Alien movies is saying a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Again, Prometheus was good, but like it wasn't what we wanted based off of the trailers. The trailers made it look like it was going to be a very different thing than what we actually
A horror
got.
movie?
No, it was going to be the answers. Of like, hey, where the fuck did the Xenos like come from?
Oh.
And it was.
But it wasn't? It was? Where did they come from?
So the engineers, the people who made us,
Made
humans.
humans?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They are an advanced civilization that used this goo that they found, or created.
You'd be like,
I don't really
haha,
know.
let's see where we can make this work.
Well, in a sense. So at the very beginning of Prometheus, they leave one of the engineers on planet Earth. Like,
What?
yeah, like this is like millions of years ago. So there's just rocks and water around, right? So he's there. The other engineers leave him there. He takes a fucking shot glass of the goo, drinks it, starts breaking down, falls into the water, and DNA, like life, essentially is born from that. So like
he becomes the primordial ooze.
yes, and then life just progresses, and then people.
Okay.
So again, over the course of millions of years.
Right. So this ooze is basically genome number 1 or whatever.
Essentially, yeah. It's where we come from. Again, in that, it can also be used for other purposes.
Okay.
In Prometheus, the main character Shaw, her husband and her weren't able to have kids. Like there was just like something where she was barren or he was shooting blanks, one of the two.
We don't know.
I don't remember offhand right now. It's not really
It
important.
must be that he was shooting blanks, because doesn't she give birth to a baby?
Well, he gets infected by David, the artificial person at that point.
He gets infected by David.
Yeah, because David like puts a little bit of like he gives him a drink, but he's holding it like this, so his fingers like in the top of the glass.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and
Like an asshole.
Yeah, like an asshole. And so he drinks it, and then he goes and has sex with Shaw, and Shaw immediately gets pregnant. The next day he's coughing. He's like got all the fucking like dark spots all over him. Like he's like, oh, I'm not feeling so good, Mr. Stark. And he ends up dying because they burn him to death because they're like, we're not letting that guy back on the ship. He's obviously infected by something.
I thought you were gonna say he's got.
No.
And then now this video gets taken down.
Thanks, buddy. But essentially, she's like, oh my god, he's dead. And
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Oh, what is
and-
it? How is it? How do you
Oh
do it?
god!
Oh god!
That's the first alien. And then she's pregnant from that point, but only because he was infected with the fucking dark ooze.
Like he was given potency back by the dark ooze.
Yeah, or didn't care if she was barren. One of the two.
Sure.
One of the two. So, in that, we get the deacon that's born.
Of child and
Well,
xenomorph, or child
kind of.
and
So she gives birth to like this octopus-looking monster thing.
ew.
Yeah, she's like, ew, gross, because like she's like, oh hey, I shouldn't be pregnant one day after having sex because my belly's this big, and it's like, oh hey, this is real bad. So she goes and gets like a C-section because they have like a computer on board that
They
does.
just have those, okay.
Well, they have that on board because Mr. Wayland is on board.
of the Utanis.
Yes, this is Mr.
So wait,
Wayland.
Wayland and Utani is two names then. I'm
Yes,
guessing.
Wayland-Utani. Utani is the secondary company. So
Okay,
Mr.
so-
Wayland's on board, so they have this.
What
like,
a good person of interest to have in this movie.
yeah, well, that's why it was like a really big deal when he came on screen.
Who was he played by?
Oh, fuck.
Someone important?
I don't remember. I don't remember what his name is. I'm real bad with that actor. Hold on a sec. Prometheus. Peter Wayland.
Peter Pettigrew.
Peter Wayland is played by. Yes, give me the fandom. British Chief Executive Officer. No, I don't need. He played by Guy Pearce.
Oh.
I'm like, I always remember this guy, but I don't remember what his fucking name is. So he's played by Guy Pearce. They have this magic life pod on board because it's like, hey, we have literally the man on board with us here. So if anything happens, this pod medical bay thing
Sure, will
can
be
do it.
the- yeah.
So she goes in, gets a C-section. Squid monster comes out. She locks it in there, and she's like, ugh. Goes back.
She locks it in there?
Oh yeah, it's only like this big. Again, it was in her stomach. It's not like it explodes, but it does do the xenomorph thing where it gets really big really fast. So she goes out, ends up getting into like a fucking clash with one of the engineers, who's like, and the engineers are like 9 foot tall, like albino bald white dudes, really big, really muscular, and
We
so on.
found them,
Yeah, they were there. They were on the planet we went to.
but they're there.
Well, they were in cryos.
Or they... Oh.
Because this wasn't their home. This was like an outpost.
Okay.
So they go in there. They end up waking it up because Peter Wayland's like, I want to meet my creator, and be like, I'm just like you. I made it. I made David. The engineer doesn't really have it, and he's like fucking knocks this old man off the fucking stairs, and he dies. And he's like blah 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 blah. And
They go blah 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 blah.
No, they don't. But like he
But they're speaking in a different
yeah,
language.
they're
or
speaking in
whatever
an
the fuck.
alien language.
Yeah.
And David's like, oh, I guess that means he's angry at us.
Okay.
Because he rips David's head off, and that's what he beats. That's
Okay.
what he beats Wayland with.
His head?
Yeah. But like David's a robot, so or artificial person, so he's still like, you know, like, oh hey, I'm still like talking and shit. I just can't move my body.
Stop beating me with my father, sir.
No, I mean it's very tense and complicated between David and Peter Wayland, because Mr. Wayland's daughter is also there.
Okay.
That's played by Charlize Theron.
Sure.
Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm going way more into Prometheus details than I need to. At the end of it, the engineer is chasing after Shaw because Shaw told Idris Elba, we can't let this ship
Idris
take
Elba's
off.
in this movie?
Yeah, he's the pilot of the Prometheus.
Cool.
Yeah, good. Again, Prometheus was a good movie. It wasn't great for Alien though, because it just made things way more fucking complicated. Are you serious? Fucking bone slingshot. God damn it. Anyway, doesn't matter.
No.
So she's like, if we don't stop this, we won't have a home to go back to. It's a really good line from the trailer. They played it in every one of the trailers leading up to it. And so Idris Elba's like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to fucking
I guess I'm gonna have to be
kamikaze
Idris
myself
Elba.
into this fucking horseshoe ship, because that's what the
Prometheus is.
no, the Prometheus is just a regular ship that was made by Wayland, but the engineer ship is one of those horseshoe ships that we find the eggs in the first Alien movie,
Right.
the derelict ship.
I remember that.
So he's like taking off from this thing. Idris Elba runs into him. That's when it crashes. Shaw and Charlize Theron are running away from it, but they just don't turn left or right. Charlize Theron gets crushed by the ship because she didn't turn left or right. Well, that's all she needed to do.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, it's
You're
real bad.
telling me that scene that was infamous actually got one of the characters?
Yes.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, it sucks.
How
It's
did
like,
she live it down?
I mean, she didn't. She died.
I mean, the actress.
Oh, she went on to Mad Max Furiosa. So she's fine.
She lives in obscurity.
No, she definitely does not. She just got banished to Australia. Like all of Mad Max.
Like all of the criminals.
So Shaw goes back to the ship. She's like, oh, well, at least I stopped him. Engineer's like, oh, I'm not dead, blah, 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 and comes after Shaw. Shaw gets onto the escape pod where the medical pod thing is, hits the button as she's getting choked out by the engineer, and the squid thing is now like way bigger, and then gets on top of the engineer. She escapes, and the squid thing, when it kind of like zooms out, it like you could see it start wrapping around him like a face hugger. So it injects a thing into the engineer,
Okay.
and then that bursts out of him in the post-credit scene, and it's the Deacon. It's like the
Deacon is the
it's like a xenomorph
with a human.
No, with an engineer. Again,
Again,
it's different on things. Hold on a sec. Prometheus Deacon. It looks like this.
so it just has a duck bill.
Yeah, again, it's different, but it wasn't done by a regular face hugger. It was done by this big squid thing. So again, this is why I have problems with Prometheus. It made things more complicated that it didn't need to make complicated.
Okay.
So this Deacon comes down and like, rah! And then that's it. That's it for the movie. Then we go to Alien Covenant. Alien Covenant takes place a number of years after Prometheus. And it is
So it's
on
like the second movie.
Yes, this is technically the second movie.
Prometheus
in
was the
time.
first, or
Yes.
whatever it's called. Yeah.
So this is like a sequel to Snake Eater.
Okay.
So it is a group of these people who are going to go and terraform this planet for the first time. They're like, hey, it's all been set up for us. We have all these sperm and eggs in the cargo hold.
Hot.
We're just going to have we're going to start this whole thing on this planet. It's like 10 people. They get a distress signal. They go and land on this planet, and they're like, oh, wow, everything's really fucked up here. And there's already xenomorphs there.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, and we're like, what the fuck? And David, who escaped with Shaw at the end of Prometheus, Shaw helped put him back together. David's there, and we're like, what the fuck is David doing here? And so he's like, yeah, come with me. And
He's like P. Diddy. Yeah, come with me.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, like, oh hey, like, whatever. I'm a guy.
I'm a robot, etc.
Yeah, I'm a robot. I worked for Mr. Wayland, so on and so forth.
What's his name again?
David.
Okay.
David 8.
Okay. Hang on. I want to get a drink.
Oh, okay. I will pause it then. And we're back. All right. Our drinks have been ordered, Miguel.
Thank you, buddy.
You're welcome.
Should I sell this? It's 170.
Yeah, just sell it. What the fuck are we? Is there any stat in there that's
No,
even worth?
I don't
then
think.
they get it the fuck out.
If it's not like level 3 or higher, they give like really like
The snail?
It gives
We're not
one of everything, but it gives 5 at half at 60% would give 3.
We get 3, which again isn't bad, but the time we'd put into it
Would be a waste.
it'd be a waste. Okay. Let's take just one quick. Sell the water. Just sell the water.
No, we'll need it
There's
sometimes.
always water.
No, we ran out that one time and you got really mad at me,
Yeah, but
remember?
you have 6 characters, so as long as you can just make sure that we're all refreshed when there is water, we're good. My point. Stop. Okay, before you run in there, just pause it and look at what our weapons are for just a second.
Okay. Before heading in, sure.
Let's not use the lamb sword. We're not using it.
But we could okay, hold on.
We're not upgrading it. Do we even know what we need to upgrade it?
No.
Then let's not waste our time putting it in there.
Hold on, let's see what it gives it. Well, we should at least make it a level 5. Oh wow, we're almost full.
Yeah, we're looking good. Because you went into all the back rooms that you found. Hence my thing of let's focus on the weapons that we care about.
This one needs a lot of death.
It does. Does any of their 3 Sin Spheres give that right now?
Death?
Yes.
Nope.
No death there. Gun gives 3.
A little.
Gives 4. And it gives the poison. And it gives fire, which we do need 80 of. I've got the stats in front of me here.
You'd be okay? You'd be okay with that?
137.
And it needs just like
We don't need as much
as
as 10.
Yeah, that'll be it.
1 holy is enough because we only need 12.
Upgrade.
Upgrade it. Cool. Okay, so where are we at now? So we still need 95. So we need a little bit more MP.
Getting there.
Thunder and fire. And then
More skulls.
Yeah, we need 88 skulls.
Do any of these give skulls?
Let's see. Nope. That does.
That gives 10.
And
thunder.
Perfect. Okay, so that'll go in there.
Do we have we need thunder more. More thunder.
Hold on, does it also give MP by chance?
No.
89? No, okay, all right.
Do we have MP to give? We do have one. Max that along, and then
we're only 5 away on the MP.
There we go.
Thunder we only need Thunder we need 85.
We're at 55.
Okay, all right, that's fine. We're at 68.
Sorry, 68.
But we also need 80 fire.
Let's get a weapon that'll get us that much fire then.
Sure, that'll be fine. So then we should be good on everything else because I don't think I don't think we'll need to dump another one in. That.
Ooh, that gives 30.
You see that? 30 and 35, that's both.
Yeah, but the sun sword goes into something, doesn't it?
Yeah. Again, that's why we shouldn't do that, but it is tempting.
Yeah.
Again, those two are fine. We don't need to dump those in. But what does the Wise Owl does that have either? Wind. No, it's not really worth it. That's fine. We don't need to touch that. Steve, do you want me to look up what Steve needs?
Nah.
Again, as much as I want to see Super Steve, I think it's just going to take so much that we just don't have right now.
This is going to just take a lot of fire, right?
We already have all the fire for
we do?
Goros. Hold on. If I'm looking at the Satan Axe, we need 199 attack. So we need at least a good weapon in there. And then 128 magic.
Oh, it needs all that magic. How much does it have? 50 to 60. That's not bad.
We need 128.
Well, there we go.
Okay, that looks pretty good. 196, yeah. And then by the time that's there, it gives some decent elementals.
And let's see it.
On the back end, we need 80 green dinosaurs, 60 rock, and 58 metal. So we're good on the rock, but we need the metal and the dinosaurs. Which, there's a dinosaur. And there's a metal. It helps.
No.
Does it help with anything else? Ice, which we don't care about.
It's not bad for dinosaur. We need metal. I think the other thing that does metal is diamond.
It's diamond and... Hold on. I have it right in front of me here. Gemstones. For metal, right?
Uh-huh.
It is... Diamond does 10 metal and 5 to all others. And then it's also for... Opal. That does 10 plus 10 metal and mage.
Oh, Opal does it, huh?
Yeah, but there's no elementals on it. So it's 10 endurance, 10 metal, 10 mage.
Okay.
I think the diamond would be the better option.
The better option, by far. All right, so let's upgrade this right now then.
What did we put in there? Are we okay with the 7 branch sword? You're cool. All right, cool. Then let's do it. So we have 1 synth sphere left. Do we want to keep it around?
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay. So then the only other person is Gagagi Goku?
Almost done with
this. She needs
a lot.
What does she need? Hold on. I have it. She needs Athena's armlet, 99 attack, 65 speed, and 210 MP. So she's almost there on the MP. How much does the gun give her?
Almost. She needs 4.
210. That only gives 15. I don't think that's worth it. Does hold on. What are we on the next page? She needs all 5 of the elements: 77, 66, 50, 70, 80.
So she needs more fire. And that's it, right?
Let me read them again. 77.
No, I mean that's it for elements, right? What does she need anything for
on the last page? Yeah, she needs 25 of everything except for ghost.
How much does she need for ghost?
None. So I think she's done on the last
page.
page.
She's done on the last page then. So all she needs is fire?
She needs 77 fire. So if we gave her any of the gems, give her fire? Just put it on the blink. Yeah, I'd say ruby, right? That gives her 76. She'd only be 1 away on the fire.
Okay.
What else? Does it give anything else? Fire and a mimic, I guess. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I don't
She
think that's
does
bad.
need the fire.
We'll just give it to her.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed. So we need 1 more fire for her,
Uh-huh.
and then she's done. What does the Mirage need? Mirage. We're going for the up path, I believe.
I thought it was the down path.
Hold on. I have it right here. If we're looking at ye old Ungaga, this is what is this? The Mirage right now?
Uh-huh.
So the Mirage goes. We want to go down because the Terra Sword goes into the Babel Spear. So we can either go, Mirage to Hercules' Wrath, and then the Terra Sword that we have goes into the Babel Spear.
So we want Hercules' Wrath.
So yes, we want to go down. So this needs.
How many holy?
Hold on, give me 1 sec. I got it right here. Mirage. If we're going for the down path, holy, it needs 54.
How about beast?
Beast is 45.
All right, so holy and beast.
Nope. Neither of those. Nope, neither of those.
Oh.
Holy.
Oh,
perfect.
All right, perfect. That's what we need. And it needs more holy.
Hold on, how much does it need? It needs 54 holy. So we're getting close.
Okay.
And then beast, it needs 45.
Almost there.
You put one beast in there so it's done. Perfect. And then the only thing else it'll need is holy.
Perfect.
Cool. And we got a double. I think we may want to get if we got the gem that gives holy.
Oh, we're almost there. Uh-huh.
If we got a gem that gives holy, that probably would just knock it out right there.
We don't need it.
No, we don't need it, but I'm saying since it is a double, and that's done.
One thing at a time.
Yep. And then we're
This
all,
got a lot of things
that
on
has
it.
a lot on it. Poison, steel, durable, and drain. That durable's hot. Okay, so then we know the plan. Let's just go in, get some more money. Start. You don't know the plan. Don't look at me like that. Let's go in, get what we need, keep moving forward, and then we should be golden. Yeah.
All right, we were talking about Romulus like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So,
Well, technically, I was talking about Covenant, but yeah.
or Covenant. All right, so Covenant, right?
Uh-huh.
What happened in Covenant? Deacons? Or was that the end of...
The Deacon was left at the end of Prometheus.
Okay.
We never saw it again. So
what, really?
yeah, we never saw it again. It doesn't really matter. But it was there. So, I mean, like, whatever. So, Covenant. Ship lands on this planet, finds David. David's like, oh, yeah, you can totally trust me. Also, don't go in that room where I cut up Shaw's body because I was doing experiments on her. Also,
Shaw is the octopus
mom. Yeah.
So is she dead?
Yeah, she's dead. David
Okay.
killed her. So David and Shaw find this planet. This planet was the home of the engineers. And David does the super cool thing and drops all of the goo on them.
What, on
And
who?
it kills them. Kills
who?
all the engineers.
He killed all the engineers.
Yep. And so now there's just a bunch of xenomorphs running around.
These engineers are stupid.
Well, I mean, they weren't... Well, remember... I say remember. So Shaw and David left the planet on one of the derelict ships. So they left on one of those horseshoe ships. So when they land on the engineers' planet, they're like, "Oh, hey, one of our own ships
sure.
came." And then David just unleashes hell upon them. So the Covenant crew is like, "Oh God!" Like half of them are getting taken out by xenomorphs and shit. They have an artificial person with them, Walter, whose face looks exactly like David. So it's like another one of that line of
robots.
artificial persons. Yes.
All right. But we lost Wayland.
Yeah, Mr. Wayland's dead. He died on the planet they landed on in Prometheus.
But the company still keeps going with Yutani, I'm guessing?
Yeah, so by this point, it is still just Wayland. Wayland Yutani happens between Covenant and Alien 1. So at some point in there,
the
there's
Wayland
a merger.
company. Or sorry, the Yutani company.
Yeah, there's a merger between Wayland and Yutani to become Wayland Yutani. Again, that doesn't really necessarily matter.
Sure.
But yes, essentially from that point, that's where everything starts going. Okay, we know where everything's at. So David is like, hey, I'm like a psycho killer. Like, I want to get off this planet because like I'm stuck here.
I have other robot needs.
Yeah, essentially I have other experiments that I could run, and I don't want to be here alone with just these fucking xenomorphs. So fighting happens between David and Walter. The last of the crew's trying to get out of there. It gets down to just Walter and this girl, who's essentially like the new Shaw, the girl from the last movie. So it's her and Walter leaving. They get in the ship and they're like, "Oh fuck! Thank God we made it out of there." Oh, Danny McBride's there too, as one of the cast members. So he gets hurt by a xenomorph. They put him into stasis, and they're like, "All right, cool, cryopod, lock him in here. He's good." She starts getting into cryopod, and she's like, "Walter, thanks again for like helping out and all that kind of stuff. Like, it was crazy what happened down there."
Okay.
And Walter's like, yeah, sure. And she's like, "Hey, where'd you get that cut on your face?" The only person who had a cut on their face that looked like that was David. And he's like, haha, already going into cryosleep. Good night.
Goodbye.
And he ends up like regurgitating 2 tubes of the black liquid that he had.
Yeah.
And he puts those into cryosleep next to him because, again, there's all that sperm and eggs in the ship for this place he's going to. So he's got plenty of subjects he can like experiment on now.
So this robot
Yeah.
is just conducting experiments?
Yeah, he's conducting experiments and shit with
whose interest in mind?
kind of
I thought all robots had the
directive.
yeah,
So
or something.
David was Mr. Wayland's personal assistant. So he's kind of got like no restrictions on him, if you will.
Sure.
So it's kind of
Like a special unit that doesn't need to obey the rules or whatever.
Exactly, yeah. So he's just kind of like doing his thing now. And it just so happens that he wants to be experimenting and doesn't give a fuck about humans because
he's a robot.
Yeah, because he's a robot. So she's like, no, let me out. And then gets frozen. And then he's like, yes, mother, do me a favor. Play the entrance of the gods into Valhalla. And it plays this like operatic song and then the credits start to roll. So, and then that ends. And then we saw nothing of that in Romulus. Because Romulus takes place after Alien 1. So, timeline goes Prometheus, Covenant, Alien 1, Romulus. So where David's at and where he landed with the ship and all that, we have no idea. Romulus essentially just went, hey, fuck Covenant. We're not really going to touch anything that happened on there because this is like a post-Alien 1 story.
Okay.
So Romulus.
So Romulus.
Yep.
What? Okay, after being fed all that information, then,
Yeah. It's important. It did matter.
Let's just say this, right? Can we safely say that this movie, right, is strangely missing a lot of stuff?
So the thing with Romulus is it played it safe on a lot of what it wanted to do, which is fine. And the reason why I think that's fine, IMO, is we needed a good Alien movie. Again, you heard me leading up to the release of it. I just want this to be good. I just want this to be a good Alien movie. Because with Prometheus, it tried to do something wildly different. And it didn't really stick the landing on what Alien fans wanted. With Covenant, it was a step in the right direction, but it was still definitely playing on the, hey, this is like Prometheus 2. Like, that's really what this is. More so than Alien.
Okay.
Which, again, was fine, but it still wasn't quite what we wanted. This is a return to form of, hey, you guys like Alien 1? We're gonna give you a form of Alien 1 that still kind of acknowledges the past. We saw the goop in Romulus, so like it was there. It was needed. No, you don't need to put nothing in here.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I think I do.
What? Why? What could you
ice?
possibly?
There's too much
What
ice.
if we need some? What if something needs ice?
Not that much ice. Okay. So, it did feel like it did play safe. Plus, like, there was a lot of, like... Okay, I was very confused on the beginning scene where they crack open that nutshell and the alien was inside of it.
Yeah, the alien walnut. Yeah, what about it?
So, who was that alien walnut?
That alien walnut was the alien from the very first...
How do you know that?
It was in the wreckage of the Nostromo.
How did you know that was the Nostromo?
It literally had the fucking panel on the side that said Nostromo.
Oh, I guess I missed that.
When the light was on it, it literally said Nostromo. It was really big and bold. It was right there.
So this alien who fought Ridley, who lost to her...
Yep. Got blown out the airlock at the end of Alien 1.
He's now back.
Yes. Well, no, not really. It wasn't back fighting the crew of Romulus. So remember, they opened up the walnut,
and they experimented a lot of shit with it.
Yep.
And were able to reverse engineer goop.
They were able to not only reverse engineer goop, they also were able to get face huggers, which is how you make more xenomorphs.
Right.
So
how did they die on that ship? They died because one of them got out? Question mark.
So remember, there was the med bay where the facehugger got on the bald chick,
right?
And there was Rook, the Ash lookalike robot. He's like, hey, look up, and you saw the one xenomorph that was like kind of hanging there.
That was strung out.
That was the original xenomorph. And he was like, yeah, hey, we got here, we opened it up, and it wrecked havoc after a while. Because again, all it just needs a chance. Because once it makes more of it, it's like an anthill. You don't mess with a swarm.
Right.
Do you remember when they were trying to get away to get to the elevator? And there was the hallway with all of them.
Yeah, with all the dead people in it.
Ex-boyfriend got brought up and then fucking like got hit in the eye.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of them there. So facehuggers had been getting onto people, and more Xenos had started to come across.
So for every one Xeno, there's one dead person. Is that what yours?
For every person that was in that hallway, there's one Xeno.
Okay.
Because remember, that's all they want to do. They don't necessarily want to kill everybody. They just want to make more of themselves. It just so happens that kills them.
What was that? I think that was a new enemy.
A bishop? Huh. Those guys are in 2, aren't they? The big glove guys?
I think so.
Yeah, because they look like they look like the boss from the Tower of the Gods in Wind Waker.
Cool.
Again,
there wasn't a lot here.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, no. So like, there's a lot of xenomorphs on the ship. Like there is a lot of facehuggers.
I didn't like how not bleak the situation was. I guess it felt like these kids sure lucked out on a lot of like, hey, you should be dead.
A lot of them died pretty quick.
I know, but like it felt
like they had plot
they were
armor
so
on?
yeah, they definitely had like plot armor of some sort, and that's fine, I guess. But it felt like the balance of it was definitely like.
Elaborate. Okay, here, let's look at it like this. There's 5 kids and Andy. So we have Andy, the artificial person. We have Rain. We have ex-boyfriend. We have ex-boyfriend's sister, ex-boyfriend's cousin, and Bald Chick.
Bald Chick is cousin's girlfriend.
Yes.
Supposedly.
Supposedly, yes. So cousin's girlfriend, Bald Chick,
is the first to go.
She's got the chest burster.
But she somehow... This was the first time we ever seen a facehugger come off a face?
No, so not necessarily. We've been able to get facehuggers off before. But again, usually when they attempted it in the first one, they tried it with a scalpel, and then that's when, oh, hey, acid for blood. And it's like, oh, wow, look at that great defense mechanism.
Right.
So, like, again, they froze it off in this one, but it apparently still did the job really fucking quick. That's one spot I did have a problem with, is how fast everything went. Because I understand in the first one, when we have Kane get the facehugger on him, we have so much time, we get him back to the ship. They try to do the experiments. Parker's like, why don't you freeze him? And, you know, Ash is obviously like, he's like, hey, yeah, like, I kind of know what's going on here. We're not going to freeze him. It then has enough time to go, cool, I've done my job. It gets off of him, crawls up onto the ceiling, and dies. And so they find Kane. He's like, hey, yeah, like, I'm still knocked out or whatever. But where's the facehugger? And they're like, we don't know. Falls on to Ripley. Ripley's like, oh! And they're like, oh, it's dead. That's weird. Poke it with a stick.
Gross.
And so then afterwards, a little bit more time passes, and then they're like, hey, Kane's up. And he's like, hey, Kane, how you doing? He's like, oh, I don't really remember anything. And they're like, oh, let's go eat food. And then they go have dinner, and then the chest burster comes out. In Romulus, this thing fucking attaches, isn't on her for very long, gets frozen off, eggs in there. She runs back to the ship, and it's already coming out of her. Like, it happens so fast.
And you had a problem with that.
So the whole... You haven't seen Alien 3, but Alien 3, the movie starts with Ripley getting woken up from cryosleep because the ship crashes on a prison planet. She's already infected at that point. She's already got the Xeno Queen in her.
Okay.
The whole movie of Alien 3 happens over the course of days.
An ingestion.
And then as she's jumping into the vat of lead at the end, that's when it pops out. So it's like, this one in Romulus took like...
hour.
No, not even. Not even that. And other Xenos we've seen take more, like, way longer to do. So, like, I understand you needed to have the Xeno pop for, like, the story to kind of keep going. But there again, the timeline that they put on there, they didn't need to make it that way. It was an artificial timeline that they induced. They could have just said, like, oh yeah, hey, some more time has passed.
Maybe because of the black goop, you think?
No, because again, what came out was a regular Xenomorph.
Which time?
What do you mean?
This time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it's up. Let's do it.
Do we have everything on it? No.
So we need, what was it again? Attack, MP.
I think it needs a shit ton of MP.
Hold on, getting it up. Satan's Axe. 128 MP. And then 80 dinosaurs and 60 rocks and 58 metal. Does the synth sphere that we have help with anything other than just attack?
Yeah, a bit.
Like how much?
Only a bit.
81. It gives 15.
And it gives a little bit of everything there, which is not
That's
bad.
not bad. It could be worse. It gives 15 MP, right?
This gives dinosaur? It does.
Let's give dinosaur. 10 dinosaur. An ice, which is not needed. What does it give on the front page? Something that doesn't apply. Is there anything else that gives dinosaur or metal on? Well, I know not metal, but anything else that gives dinosaur on the gems there?
I don't think so. I think that's the only one.
No. Okay. We could just give it the amethyst then. I wouldn't be opposed. Do you want to give it the Zen Sphere?
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a bad idea because we're going to need that boost in magic.
Okay. Then let's give it the Zen Sphere, the MP Plus, and the amethyst. Let's just keep these balls rolling. Cool. We don't have enough for the next thing on that, so we don't need to upgrade it for a little bit. Right. At least until we find some more eyes and whatnot.
Am I,
Are you
already have the key?
For here? I don't think you do. I didn't see you pick it up.
No, I don't have it yet. Damn.
All right, well, that's fine. Switch over to somebody else here. So yeah, the gestation period of needing to get the xenomorph out in Romulus was definitely a little low, Like almost
The
humorously low.
lowest, yeah.
Because then even after the chest burster scene, like they go, hey, we only have 46 minutes to impact, and it's like, okay, well hold on, it's like now you guys have actually put a real minute timer on this here. What's gonna happen with this is, oh, okay, the xenomorph that was the chest burster that burst out went over, made its fucking evolution sack, which was very suggestive.
What was this evolution sack?
The big fucking pussy on the wall.
Oh, I do remember that.
Like that was
dripped
new.
and everything.
Yeah, like that was new. We've never seen that before.
Really?
Well,
I thought we have.
No. So we've seen the chest burster skin on the floor. We've seen that.
Oh, like the shed?
But we've never seen like an in-between space. So it really did just go from chest burster to full xenomorph. And apparently it doesn't take very long. So, I mean, like, cool. But also, like, not really...
Canon?
No, again, it's just, this. You have to take everything, good or bad, as this is what they're doing with the canon right now.
Right.
Again, that's why even with Prometheus for being what it was, when we saw the black goo in that room, I was like, okay, cool, we're addressing it, and we're not just totally leaving it behind. That's cool. I want us to address it all, even if people didn't like some of it, like they did with Star Wars. Like a lot of people are like, oh, hey, like the prequels, like some of the stuff that happened in the prequels, I don't really give a fuck. But like people,
Clone Wars was a huge thing, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, yeah, but like Clone Wars touched on a lot of the things in the movies. So even though it's like, oh, well, the movies came out, so we have to follow that rule of this was done in the movie, ergo that happened in the history in the canon. So we have to use that, and that's what I like. Again, it's hey, even if people didn't like everything in it, you have to use it because this is what came out. If you make an excuse for it, cool. If you just kind of touch on it lightly, cool. If you just completely ignore it and say, yeah, it didn't really happen. What was the problem that I had that with? I had that problem with something recently where it just felt like they didn't care about the history of it. What was that? Fuck, hold on. That's going to bother me. What did we watch?
Sky High?
Code Lyoko. Code Lyoko Evolution.
Oh, where
like,
they just did, yeah.
Where it's just like, hey, we're just kind of doing our own thing, and that's going way too far with doing your own thing.
Oh yeah,
with an existing source material. It's hey, hold on, the literary.
Hold on. We know how evil this robot can get, and you guys decided it can order on Amazon endlessly. That's the evil bad.
What?
You're talking about evolution, right?
Yeah. Okay. Code Lyoko. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, what? Andy? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Wait, weren't you talking about Code Lyoko?
Yeah, I just said Code Lyoko.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, no, but like I didn't make that full jump. I was just saying of doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like when you completely ignore the source and go, yeah, hey, like we're just kind of doing our own thing, and the characters don't feel like the characters that we know, or the world doesn't obey the same rules, quote unquote. That's when I have the problems. So with Romulus, they addressed it, and it was nice. It was just a little bit. It didn't need to be a whole bunch. It could have been any MacGuffin that, hey, we need to get this thing. But we chose to do the goo from Prometheus. Cool. As you were.
Okay. I think I just liked the movie just because it felt fun. I wouldn't say I'd go back and watch it again.
Well, I mean, horror is not really your thing.
Well, so I wouldn't even say it's horror. It's suspenseful, but like there was nothing new that these xenomorphs pulled off that I was like, oh, that's a new thing. It's like, oh, you got tailed. That
yelling?
Sucks.
Why are you yelling?
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to stay awake.
Well, stop slouching. Sit up.
No, I'm comfy.
Well, you being comfy is going to make you fall asleep.
Well, I'm also trying to be angry, so that way, like, I'm not falling asleep. But like, oh my god, we're getting so many eyeballs.
That's good. We want those.
Yeah, we do want those. You know what I mean? Like the was that baby thing at the end new?
The big tall looking. Yeah, that
was new. We have not seen that before.
That monster specifically, no. We have not seen that kind of monster before.
Okay.
Because it looked more like
human than
it looked more like an engineer. Because it was really tall, albino-like one. The face was damn near a fucking engineer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looked a lot like it. So yeah,
that we're just engineers in image or whatever the fuck, right?
Kinda. We're not like 1-to-1, but like kinda.
Right.
Made in
like a watered down Kool-Aid version.
Yeah, we're engineers at home.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that was new, but it also was a nice nod to Alien Resurrection, where it was, all right, we made it out, except for the baby that followed us. Also, your angel gear's full.
I don't like babies that follow us.
Yeah, well, it's not a good thing, is it?
I don't think there's anything we can give to this anymore, right?
Just upgrade it.
Yeah. Do you want more attack?
No, you don't need it. Save it for
Do
what we actually need.
Do you want more wind?
Please.
How about one of each?
You don't need it.
Just like that.
What if we have something that needs that, though?
We won't.
We won't. We just won't.
Yeah, so you get it. We just won't. Yeah, I think that'll be okay.
Status break.
Oh.
Let's be careful not to do that.
I have not saved in a while.
Yeah. We should do that after this floor. Well, let's not fuck up anything like that bad. Like losing one of our final weapons. Yes.
That was great. No, I synthesized something that I shouldn't, or I combined something.
Sphere.
Yeah, I lost the sun sphere. And I think I lost a nail that way too.
Yep. This fucking dungeon.
This one has definitely been the most like, oh man.
What else did you have about Romulus? We got another 10 minutes with it.
We got another 10 minutes. Yeah, I would have liked to see something new from it. Like everything in there was definitely like, oh, I kind of expected that from the Alien.
Yeah, well, again, that's why I said they played it safe, and not in a totally negative way.
The ending part was definitely like, okay, but we killed it, and we killed it good.
We did kill it. We did more than toss it out the airlock. We tossed the whole fucking thing with it.
That was fun though. I like that the timer was us going down on the rings.
Yeah. I gotta say,
that was good suspense.
All of the shots, like the actual like
space,
all of the shots of space, of the planet, of the station, everything looked really nice. For a budget of, I think they said 86 million, it looked beautiful.
Is that low for this type of movie?
Borderlands had 156.
I haven't seen Borderlands.
Have you seen the trailer for the Borderlands?
Is it bad?
It looks bad. It looks like everybody's on a green screen.
Ooh. Because they probably paid names more than they paid like.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you got Jack Black and Kevin Hart and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in it?
Yeah. Yeah, you want to know who's in? Yeah, we'll step away from Alien and talk to you about how bad this fucking Borderlands movie is. Let's see. Borderlands movie. This is definitely already on streaming, I'm sure, by this point when this episode comes out. It has a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's real bad. It's real bad. All right, IMDb. Let's see what we got. So we have Cate Blanchett as Lilith. You ever play any of the Borderlands? Do you know any of these characters? Cool. All right, so we have Cate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Edgar Ramirez, Jamie Lee Curtis, Ariana Greenblatt, Florian
Grande.
Huh? No. No. Jack Black, Benjamin Brian Davis, Oliver Richards, Gina Gerson, Ryan Redmond, Sophia Popper, Haley Bennett. Like we've got some names on here, and yeah, I definitely
have some weight to them. I'm guessing.
Oh yeah,
that's a shame.
Yeah, it's.
Has your brother already gone and seen it? Because I thought he was a big Borderlands.
No, but you know who has gone and seen it?
Who?
V.
And
she's like, this movie was bad.
oh no!
She's like, I was the youngest person in there, and I think the old people only went because they knew Jamie Lee Curtis was in the movie.
Oh no!
Yeah. According to IMDb, did you know? The movie was shot in the summer of 2021, and Eli Roth's first director's cut was reportedly finished in early 2022. However, it was shelved for over 2 years due to extreme studio influence while the film was in post-production. Appalled by the film's extreme violence, the studio wanted the film to be marketed as a blockbuster and hired Tim Miller to do extensive reshoots on the project. These reshoots ended up comprising much of the final movie that Steve Jablonsky had to write an entirely new musical score, as the original score by Nathan Barr no longer fit the film. That's bad. That's real bad.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah, But yeah, so like Alien has. You all right over there, buddy? You sure?
Oh, something hit me. Or maybe I was poisoned. That was quick. I thought it was still okay. Well, I want to see that in real time now.
Well, you're not gonna get to.
Why not?
What do you mean you're not gonna?
I mean, like next month I will.
Oh yeah, when the episode goes. Yeah, sure. I'm like, it's not like it is streaming. There's not a delay on that. So yes, for a budget of $86 million, they did very well with practical effects.
Yeah. I definitely did not feel like there was a lot. The only thing I feel like I wish we had more budget were the xenomorphs. There was not enough xenomorphs in this movie. Like, screen time. I want to see more of these things doing their thing.
Then you want aliens.
Maybe?
Yeah, that's what you want. Again, I'm surprised there were multiple xenomorphs. Like, again, whenever their movie has been Alien, it's usually just one xenomorph.
Right. But this was a whole ship that got taken down by right?
Right, until it started catching people and then making more of it. Until eventually there was just nobody left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I would like to see it again. I don't know if I want to go see it again in theaters, but like when it does come available for regular view, I do want to go see it again.
What would you think you've missed?
That I missed?
Mm-hmm.
Not so much that I missed, but more along the lines of like knowing where everything's going. One thing I do want to see, and I almost did it while we were in the theater, is I wanted to set a timer on my watch to see if it really was going to be 46 minutes to impact.
Oh, like if they kept that true?
If they kept that in. Because that, again, it's dumb, but it's
But
always
if someone
cool.
does it good in a movie,
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
It's always cool. Because, I mean, by the time, from when Andy said that all the way to when the actual station was crashing in, it could have been about that time. So, that would be an interesting thing. But, like, again, that's not something I'm, like, dying to know.
No. But it'd be fun.
It would be fun, yeah.
What can you tell me about Alien Resurrection?
So Alien Resurrection came out in the 90s. It's by Joss Whedon. It takes place 200 years after the end of 3. We took a little bit of Ripley's blood that was that we found at the end of Alien 3 that the company found, and they're like, hey, let's go ahead and make her again, because in her system at the time was a xenomorph queen. Let's see if we can get a xenomorph queen out of her. And so they make a bunch of Ripley
But they already
clones.
know who the xenomorph queen does, right?
Yeah, they won it.
Who is they? Weyland Yutani?
At this point, the 200 years after, they say Weyland Yutani the corporation was over. So this is like a new company. But they know what the xenomorphs do, and they're like, yeah, we want those.
Okay.
It's a really effective weapon against your enemies.
Right.
So,
It's a weapon you can't even control.
well, I mean, hey, if all you want to do is fumigate the planet, it's the only way to be sure. So they start making a bunch of Ripley clones. They make a quote-unquote perfect clone, and then they extract the xenomorph queen from her. The xenomorph queen then starts laying eggs, and then that's that. And then from there, normal alien shenanigans happen. Things get out, scientists are killed, people are trying to escape a station before it blows up, yada, yada, yada.
Who directed that?
Joss Whedon.
No. Sorry, Aliens.
Aliens?
Was that Ridley?
Aliens 2? James Cameron.
That yeah, okay. Well, there's a lot of directors across these different movies.
You know who did Alien 3? You ever hear the name David Fincher?
No.
He's a French movie director.
Okay.
What alien movie did they reference in Code Lyoko, the French cartoon?
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Oh, wow, I didn't put that together.
Yeah,
what?
Again, the movie director in Code Lyoko, again, I don't know if it's actually David Fincher. I fucking highly doubt it.
But there's a little tip of the hat.
Yeah, I think it looks like him, I think was the thing. You have so much soap and shit. Please sell it.
What?
Look at all that. Look at all that. Don't need all that.
Just have a bunch of holy water.
Yeah, but we also have the mighty healings. You don't need the other stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Not really.
Sometimes I do. Well, here, let's get ready for the next time. Let's get
ready for the next time.
I'm not closing my eyes. I'm just saying.
Right.
The next time we go into the cave. Dingus? No, don't say that.
Yeah, don't say that.
No, don't say that.
Okay.
We have so much repair powder.
Oh, we have $53,000 or $5,300.
Yeah, we do.
Which means we can go buy a gem.
I mean, what a diamond.
A diamond would be nice. All right, guys. We'll catch you next time on Coffee Table Zeros Plays Dark Cloud. We'll see you guys then.
Yeah, tell us in the comments why you hate the Alien franchise.
Oh, okay. It's only you in the comments.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.